Alright, this is the Hydro Tools by Swimline. It's a wide mouth skimmer. I bought it off of Amazon. Not sponsored. Although, I am an affiliate, so I will put a link in there for it. The exact one that I got. Ooh, lots of parts. We'll do a quick rundown. This is the outlet jet that goes in your pool. It's got a directional nozzle on it, so you can do it one way or the other. Because we have a 90 built into ours, I'm not going to mess with that. So this is not a part that you always need. Alright, this is your main skimmer. As you can see, it is a small mouth, but we are going to transition it to a wide mouth so we can get more in there. Basket sits down inside there. It actually has a couple of notches that it sets down in, and then it twists and locks in place. That way it doesn't fly up and down. You've got the lid, obviously, that sits on top of it. It also has a little groove that sits in, keeps it from coming off. There actually comes with a piece here that sits on top with the basket in there. And what this is, this piece comes along with it, but you hook your vacuum up to it. So now your vacuum has gone through the basket strainer. So this piece will actually stay on top of your vacuum hose. So, very cool. These are all of the screws that go into this piece and to the wide mouth piece. This is thread tape to go along your threads that will thread into the bottom of the skimmer. And then your intake hose attaches to this at the bottom of the pool. There are two gaskets. This square one will go here onto the square piece, and it will go in between the wide mouth skimmer and the main base, and that will seal that off. And it is one directional. It's slightly longer this direction than it is this direction. So you set your gasket in there and it does not come to the edges, and it overlaps here, then you've got it crooked. Rotate 90 degrees. This one, don't believe it matters one way or the other. That brings us to this one. This one is actually a split gasket, but it is joined in the middle. So this is made specifically to go around your liner. So do not cut this piece. This is made specifically this way in order for it to go around the liner and squeeze it closed. That creates the seal because you've got a lot of water pressure going in between there. So we'll cut the hole in the liner. This will go on there. This piece will go on the back. And then this piece will sandwich in the front. And that's what you'll see on the inside of the pool. All the screws will go in there. And we'll tighten everything down. And then this piece is your flapper. What this does is it lets your debris go in, but keeps the debris from coming back out. Per reading the instructions, I know, there is a reason why people have been cutting this gasket. When you cut the gasket, it's actually for a metal sided pool, not a vinyl sided pool. This one was purchased for a vinyl pool, so when we cut the hole, this will slip, the vinyl siding will slip into here, and it's flexible. It won't cut it. If it were a metal sided pool, then we would need two separate gaskets. You sandwich everything together, then you cut your liner with 10 snips. But because we don't have to do that, we're using a razor blade. We need to actually get our template of this first in the pool, and then we'll cut the hole and then sandwich it together. So the order's a little backwards. So these four are actually for a metal liner pool as well. Inside this, you notice that there's a bunch of holes, or a bunch of screw holes, for screws to go in versus how many are actually on the outside. And the reason being is because these 4 little dome head screws are meant to hold this gasket in place. Rather, both gaskets if it's a metal lined pull. Since we're doing the vinyl pull, so one thing to take note, that when you are cutting your hole inside the liner and poking your holes, don't poke all of them because they don't all require a hole. There are these 4 that are strictly for a metal wall pull. So if you're doing vinyl, don't poke them all. Let's put this together and then take some stuff outside. Also worth noting, the tip here is actually a P3 for this, not a normal P2. That's just a little nerd out, but that's me. Alright, let's put these in. That will hold it. Alright, now here to here with Teflon tape, because this is standard threads, they thread in clockwise, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So we want to hold in our opposite hand. We will put this on clockwise. And because this is not a high pressure system, a couple of rounds of this will board. Alright, hand tight. You just need it to not leak. Alright, that's what's going to be hanging off the side of our pool. And yes, I did not forget about this. This actually, because of these slots, these push in, so you can put it in one hole and then click it into the other. And it's just fine. I don't want to mess with it right now because it'll just get in the way. So, there we go. Alright, now we can go out back to the pool, mark our hole, poke some holes, cut some holes, slap some crap together, right? Cool. Okay, so this right here is where we're gonna go. So I figure we're gonna go as close up to this little lip as we can without damaging any of the integrity in there. What I'm going to do is actually use my gasket as the template, because it's a little more flexible than the actual piece. So that gives me something a little bit more, gives me something to hold on to better. Words are hard. Take us to Sharpie. And what I want to do first, I'm going to mark my holes. Instead of crawling into the pool and cutting this, I'm going to cut it from the outside. So I'm going to draw on this side, do my cutting. That way it's a little more precise. I'm not trying to do it upside down. Come over here. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Of course I did. Drop the screw. There's that one. That should be here. The other one should be right there. Alright. I'm going to use my hard plastic to actually make my holes now. There you go. Cut here. Now if you notice, we're going to cut on the outside of the line, that way it'll put it inside of the gasket. And now we cut. I'm going to cut the bottom first. And I'm going to cut both of my angles, upper and lower, because when you cut something and you're trying to get a perfect corner, that is the hardest thing to do and keep it straight. So if you go ahead and do your corners first, while you have perfect tension on it, it will be straight. Now, just like that. Alright, so here's what we're talking about. A little made together gasket is actually going to go both sides of the vinyl. It was manufactured this way and designed this way, so it should be installed this way. Then this will go on the inside. Now that we've got the gasket on, we've got the inside faceplate on with the screws through all of it, through our poked holes, we actually have our penetration. So now we're going to put on our skimmer. So we're going to start with a corner and get it started. How about we start with the bottom corner so I can see it? There we go. Alright, now we'll just follow suit. Get them all started first. Then you'll have time to tighten them down. Try not to mash your finger in there. Now you just tighten them all the way around, make sure everything's flush, make sure the gasket's not bunched up anywhere. Then we'll be ready to put the rest of the pump on it. Here's what I'm thinking. If we take it apart here, use this fitting inside that hose, spin this way, so counterclockwise, 90 degrees, and I think that will make this hose fit over there. This one will be a little bit straighter. So I think that's what we're going to try to do. So I've already got the plugs on the inside, got the skimmer attached. So if I take this and loosen it here, I should only get what's in the pump and the hoses. The hoses are draining, so now we should be able to spin this. Oh yeah, that's got water in it. Forgot about that. It's heavier. So can I reach? No, I can't. However, we can move closer. There. Cool. What did I do with my piece? Huh. Oh, it's in my pocket. There. Yeah, so if we were to put that in there. Oh yeah, I think that's actually gonna work. Push that all the way up. Push this up. And I'll get a hose clamp actually for this. Right now, we're just gonna use pressure. Friction. I think I can actually turn this. Yeah. Oh, you got loose. Okay, so now unlock. We are unlocked. Water test. There you go. Pretty easy concept. If I can do it, you can too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If this was helpful for you, check out some of my other videos. Don't forget, comment down below whatever it is you need help with. See you next time.